morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Dhakal. The top stories first. Nepali Congress planning to topple OD government holds talks with Madhes-based parties to achieve its goal. Leader Nepal accuses PM Oli of trying to split the ruling party, vows to protest decisions taken against party statute. Government confirms 48 new cases of coronavirus, no fatalities reported in the last few days. US and Indo-Pacific allies agree on billion-dose vaccine pact, attempt to counter influence of China in the region. And Newcastle United snatched late draw with Villa. The Magpies lie 2 points above relegation. And now the news in detail. General Secretary of Nepali Congress, Dr. Shashank Koirala, has made a public statement saying that the main objective of the opposition party is to topple the Oli government. Speaking at a function in the capital yesterday, Dr. Koirala said that the NC intends to lead the new government after toppling the Oli government. He added that the Nepali Congress has been holding talks with Madhes-based parties to attain its goal. NC leader Gagan Thapa also stressed that the main opposition party must now lead the new government. He said that the NC would make attempts to rectify the damages caused to the constitution by the Oli government. Thapa added that the NC would hold election to seek fresh mandate from the people. He argued that the ruling party does not deserve to lead the government anymore after accepting the verdict of the Supreme Court. Thapa further said that giving continuity to the Oli government means the state mechanism would deteriorate under his watch. NCP-UML leader Madhav Kumar Nepal has accused the party's chairman and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli of trying to split the party. After the NCP-UML chairman and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli decided to convene the General Convention in 2021 by dismissing the responsibilities of the office bearers other than the chairman and the general secretary, a meeting of the dissident leaders decided to protest against the move, which they say is against the party statute. The meeting also urged the party cadres to unite in these uncertain times. The meeting concluded that Prime Minister Oli had tried to split the party after his plan to dissolve the parliament failed. Stating that the party has taken steps to eliminate the communists by making arbitrary decisions against the party's statute, Nepal urged everyone to unite against it and work for the defense of the NCP-UML. The meeting has decided to start preparations to hold a national meeting on March 19th and announce a campaign for party restructuring on the same day. The meeting has also decided to form a parallel committee and select leadership in all the districts. A parliamentary committee has directed the government to upgrade state-run health institutions to improve their service and credibility. The Committee on Sustainable Development and Good Governance under the National Assembly has directed the government to modernize and upgrade the government health institutions to ensure the right of the citizens to get quality health services as per the provision of the Constitution. Stating that the government health institutions are becoming more profit-oriented than service-oriented, the committee has directed to immediately monitor the health services provided by these institutes and present the committee with a report. Similarly, the committee has directed the Ministry of Health and Population to make the existing policy and rules permanent and formulate a new health sector improvement strategy as per the need. The committee held discussions with health experts, Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Revenue Secretary about the current situation of the health system, measures to reduce the rising cost of health services, and the strategy to be adopted to achieve goal number 3 of the Sustainable Development Goal, especially relating to non-communicable diseases. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 48 new cases of coronavirus across the country. Following the latest round of tests, the total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 275,118, while the number of active cases has dropped to 929. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, altogether 271,177 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. Death toll from coronavirus remains steady at 3,012 as no new deaths were reported in the last couple of days. Nepal is currently among the top 49 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 29.99 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 11.36 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 119.59 million people across the world and claimed 2.65 million lives. And now the news from the economic front. The first consignment of chemical fertilizer purchased by the government of Nepal from Bangladesh through G2G has reached Birganj. Out of the agreed 50,000 metric tons, 2,500 metric tons of chemical fertilizer has already reached the Birganj customs, according to the Agricultural Inputs Company Limited. An agreement was reached between Nepal and Bangladesh for 50,000 metric tons of fertilizer import on December 20th. The fertilizer has entered Nepal as per the purchase agreement made through the G2G model. Government of Nepal had signed an agreement with Bangladesh Chemical Industries to purchase the agreed 50,000 tons of fertilizer. Although an agreement was reached quite early, Bangladesh was unable to send the first consignment immediately. After 3 months of the agreement, Bangladeshi manure has started entering Nepal, with the company further stating that more vehicles will arrive in Nepal as some loaded vehicles have already left Kolkata. The company has also stated that manure is gradually entering from Biratnagar as well. The company has stated that it has already started the process for the second phase of import as well. According to the company, it is preparing to import 10,000 metric tons in the second phase and 17,500 metric tons in the third phase. It will take some time for the third phase of fertilizer to be imported, which will not happen before April. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. The United States and 3 of its Indo-Pacific partners submitted to supply up to 1 billion coronavirus vaccine doses across Asia by the end of 2022. According to Reuters, the decision was taken at a summit yesterday, carefully choreographed to counter China's growing influence. US President Joe Biden and the leaders of Australia, India and Japan pledged at their first summit to work to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific region. The 4 countries, together known as the Quad, also decided to cooperate on maritime, cyber and economic security. We are renewing our commitment to ensure that our region is governed by international law, committed to upholding universal values and free from coercion, Biden reportedly told his counterparts without naming China. In a joint statement, Biden, Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison pledged to work closely on COVID-19 vaccine distribution, climate and security. We strive for a region that is free, open, inclusive, healthy, anchored by democratic values and unconstrained by coercion, they added. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Jamal Lascelles scored in stoppage time to rescue a point for relegation threatened Newcastle following a dramatic finale against Aston Villa at St James Park. According to BBC, a largely dull encounter had looked destined to end goalless before Ollie Watkins' header deflected off Kieran Clark and went into the bar to put Villa ahead with just minutes remaining. But Newcastle snatched a point when Lascelles headed in Jacob Murphy's cross in the last action of the game. It was arguably a deserved equaliser for the hosts, who had been the better side for much of the game but just lacked quality in the final third. The point does little to ease Newcastle's relegation concerns, who are 2 points off the bottom three and could drop into the relegation zone if results go against them this weekend, reports BBC. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. The Party Congress planning to topple Oli government holds talks with Madhes-based parties to achieve its goal. Leader Nepal accuses PM Oli of trying to split the ruling party, vows to protest decisions taken against party statute. The government confirms 48 new cases of coronavirus, no fatalities reported in the last few days. US and Indo-Pacific allies agree on billion-dose vaccine pact, attempt to counter influence of China in the region. And Newcastle snatch a late draw with Villa. The Magpies lie 2 points above relegation. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.